Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about The Little Mermaid.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, because I don't know what the heck is going on with the live action movie. We haven't heard much about it since the controversial casting decision. And now we have one of the stars of the movie coming out and saying that this version of The Little Mermaid is going to have more girl power, basically.
Yeah, Ariel's gonna have more power. And it's going to be a story for now, which I'm immediately like, oh, crap.
How does that even work? And the funny thing is we've gone out to some of these news outlets to see what their hot takes are. We actually find ourselves agreeing with the Mary Sue for once, because we're trying to figure out, like, how does Ariel not have any agency when she rebelled against her father and made a really freaking dumb decision on her own?
Right. It was the point was more about the fact that she was changing something about herself to appease a guy than it was about her not having power. She had power. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah, she actually probably had more agency than
most princesses did.
Any Disney princess I can think of.
Well, no, there's newer ones.
Newer ones, but I mean, as far as like the movies
the
from
classics,
that, from that era, I mean, I think she definitely had more agency. So we're gonna talk about that and just kind of speculate the many ways that Disney can completely mess this one up.
Oh. And if they do, and people don't go see it, or people don't like it, it's going to be because of misogyny and racism, guaranteed.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about that too, because this one is going to be loaded.
This is completely,
Yeah, this is going to be a loaded movie. So before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're at 90,000, over 90,000 subs, hoping for 100,000 soon. Want to get that little check mark.
Yeah, that would be very helpful with everything else going on.
Given that we keep running into legal things like every other freaking day, having that little check mark proving we're the legit CLOWNFISH TV would be incredibly helpful.
It would be.
So, and yeah, we'll elaborate more on that another time. Right now, we're going to talk about Ariel. Ariel needs to have more power, and there are a couple articles out there. There's one from Comic Book Resources, and there's one in the Mary Sue. And I'm actually going to give the Mary Sue props. I actually agree with them.
Yes, I do too.
We read this a little
bit.
For
most of it. There's some things. Of course, they get some things
yeah,
in there, but most of it, I do agree with them.
I'm trying to figure out, like, why is this the issue? So basically, the guy who is playing Sebastian said, they're talking about how they're strip mining the Disney classics, and I agree. This is the last, like, major 90s Disney movie I think that they have yet to strip mine.
They haven't done Hercules, and they haven't done
major Disney movie. I love Hercules, I do, but Hercules wasn't the big hit that The Little Mermaid was. Yeah. Now this wasn't 90s either; it was 89. But this is the movie that ushered in like the Disney Renaissance.
It brought it back. It brought all the animation back.
They've done Aladdin, they've done Beauty and the Beast, they've done Lion King, and this is definitely one of the big ones. And once they release this movie, like, what else are they going to do? They're going to be forced to make new stuff.
Well, hey, lately, here's the thing. Lately, they've been having the character of Jim from Treasure Planet out walking around. They caught video of him walking around at the parks. Or at Disney World, I think. It was like he was training or something, but they had him out there.
That's interesting.
Because there are people saying that they're going to do Treasure Planet as a live action, they can do Atlantis as a live action, and then he shows up as a character that, I mean, it could have been that because there were some people that were trying to put more characters out. I don't know. It's really a really weird character to suddenly pop up at Walt Disney World.
And people are probably like, who's this guy?
Yeah, probably some people were.
Like, what is this from? Who are you? What are you from?
Yeah, so it was really weird that they're doing that. So it makes you kind of wonder if they're not thinking that one too going forward. I don't know. But they keep rebooting everything. I mean, I'm sure Atlantis and Treasure Planet and all them are not off the table yet. So it's just more of the same coming.
Yeah, well, in some cases though, some of the movies weren't very well received. They actually could probably create a better version of them,
Well, I forgot to tell you too, they're casting for Peter Pan right now. They're doing a casting call to do a live action Peter Pan, because we haven't done that enough.
Somebody call up Sandy Duncan and get her to...
But I'm just saying.
They better get Sandy Duncan.
I almost forgot about that. Yes, that's recent news too. So I'm just saying, Disney will not make new stuff. They just keep rebooting their old stuff as live action. And it's like, this is stupid. Make new things.
All right. And that's actually what I'm floored. We actually agree with the Mary Sue. They said, yeah, we know it's coming. They're already looking at ways to girl boss Ariel. As Comic Book Resources reports, and we have that article too.
Yeah, that's where I saw it first.
Yeah, during a quick interview with Variety, David Diggs, who's Sebastian in the new film, gave a little bit of a teaser about how Ariel will be transformed into a more powerful character.
Oh yeah, good, great. We know how that goes with Marvel.
We know how that goes. It's different. It's great. Some of the updates they have done to the story are really important in terms of giving more power back to Ariel.
Because she didn't have enough power in the first time, and she, told her dad to suck it and left and ran away to get what she wanted. It's right. She had no power. Poor thing.
Yeah, I don't understand. She actually, like I said, of that era, I think she probably had the most agency of any Disney princess, right? It's fun to work on something that's so intentional in that idea. If we're gonna make this now, make it now. If we are not going to leave this alone as a time capsule, let's make it for now.
What does that even mean?
I
to me,
don't
it means
know.
agenda. And with agenda comes, turning a lot of people off, and because it's never about the story first. And then that's going to come with a lot of calling fans names.
Yeah, well, it's already kind of starting. They already have a shield in place with the casting choice, just in case you don't like the way this movie goes. We'll blame racism.
That's right. Even if the movie just sucks, and it might end up being really good.
It might be okay.
Who knows? But my point is, they're already starting off with, okay, it's not like Little Mermaid. It's for now. She's got more power. Well, I'm trying to think how that would even work in this story.
The problem, with movies when they make things for now, or TV shows when they make it for now, is that they still made it for now 5 or 10 years later, and they age very, very badly.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in the original story too, she doesn't even end up with the prince. She turns into sea foam.
Is that what they're gonna do?
No, that
would be horrible. So she gave up her own life and she's dying as sea foam.
That was the point. It was basically the point. And they changed it to Disney to Disneyfy it and make it that she ends up with the prince, which is cool. But now that's not enough. Now she needs more power. More power.
Again, coming from the Mary Sue, this makes me nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Disney's been trying to update their films to try to account for every single TV trope and head scratcher entry they can. I think so.
100% agree.
In order to prove that they have moved on with the times and can somehow be capitalist and woke.
Yep, totally agree with you.
Yeah, so they're basically going on to say that the problem with Ariel, like you said, was where it's dated, I guess, is
the source material is problematic or dated, and it's not untrue.
It was written in the 1800s originally.
A lot of source material is dated with fairy tales. That is completely true. The thing is, Disney's trying to bank on updating these tales to be like she said, more capitalist and woke, and it's not working because they don't translate well. They need to just go make up new stories, like with Frozen and the newer stuff. They're new stories, and they're able to tell stories in a way that you don't have to rely on that old, the old, dated type of, dynamics. And it is nice that they're, that doesn't always have to be the case. It could be a movie about sisterhood or something like that, and not just about damsel in distress, Prince Charming. Not to say there's anything wrong with girls that like princesses. I'm tired of hearing that if you like princesses, you're somehow problematic because, it somehow lessens you as a woman. That's a load of shit too. You're a woman, you're allowed to like what you like and not like what you don't like, and that's fine. But I don't disagree completely with what they're saying.
Ariel's issue was never that she needed power. So one of the few times we actually agree with the Mary Sue.
Yep.
Right? So this is, I don't know what they're going to do, because I'm thinking how they've updated the other movies, and they kind of, gave Jasmine more agency in Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast.
Well, the thing with Jasmine, too, the media spun it as, well, she was just some damsel in distress, but being forced to be married off and everything else. And that isn't exactly how Jasmine was either.
No.
She never was. She always fought back, and she, was kind of like kick-ass, and that was the point. I mean, this whole idea of strong female princess characters was not a new one. That's what they were trying to do back then, too.
Yeah, so I don't know why. Again, this comes back to, the media under the impression that, movies are just starting to be progressive in the last, 5 years or so, when it's actually been going on for decades. They just weren't paying attention. The Mary Sue was also the same website that one of their writers said they'd never watched Alien. Which featured a kick-ass female.
And they're surprised.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
40 years ago.
It didn't just start existing like a few years ago. Heck, you can go novels back, 100, 200 years ago, and they had strong female characters in them. So, I mean, this is nothing new. Farther back than that, even. But, like you were mentioning, some of the things they're doing with the new movies, too, like Beauty and the Beast, was a good change in the live action was they didn't make Beast an idiot.
Yeah, that was actually surprising because I mean, for all the fuss that everybody made about how they were gonna make changes to Beauty and the Beast, for the most part, it was pretty faithful to the original. But they did make Belle smarter, and she was kind of demonized for being smarter. But she's also, again, the daughter of an inventor. She would have grown up doing science, sciencing, because they like to use.
I didn't get that she was smarter, but okay.
Yeah, well, she was supposed to be a little.
Yeah,
she's trying to teach kids how to read and whatever. I mean, whatever. But. Beast, I was very surprised that he made the quip that she was going to try to like teach him how to read. Like in the cartoon, he's like, I had a very expensive education. Of course, I've got books. I know how to read them, which is true. If he was royalty, he would have been probably the best educated person there.
Yeah, so the fact that in the original animation they said he couldn't read was kind of funny because, if he was a prince, he would have known how to read. Yeah. So that was a nice little fix. I'm surprised it didn't make him dumber.
Yeah,
because,
right?
That's how Disney has been lately choosing to show female dominance. Anyway.
Well, I think this one, they really have to tread carefully because The Little Mermaid is probably next to The Lion King. I would say the most beloved recent Disney animated movie. And this one, if they mess this one up, the backlash is going to be fierce. So
they're already ready for it. It's misogyny and racism.
Well, they're already talked on comicbook.com. So, Jodie Benson, who played the original Ariel, jumped in to support the casting of Halle Bailey. Is that who it is? Halle Bailey? Yeah, I kept thinking it was like Halle Berry originally. I'm like, wait, she's way too old.
Yeah, it's Bailey.
So she jumped in to defend her. And look, I mean, if she's got the pipes for it, which,
Hey, just get her red hair. And she needs the red hair. Has to have the red hair. Sorry. Has to.
Well, we'll talk about that, the degingerification. But there's a lot of discussion about casting her as being African American. Are you going to be able to criticize this movie?
Well, that's what they do. Well, it's just the fact that the character's a female automatically makes you not allowed to criticize the movie.
Yeah, but she was female before. What I'm saying is, like...
Now they're doubly making it so you can't criticize the movie.
So, I mean, again, comicbook.com, though, they're bringing up that, they're talking about how they're going to make this movie for now, and they're going to give her more power, and of course they have to bring up the fact that, the casting choice was controversial, when really that had nothing to do with the conversation.
No.
Did it? Because if
they're saying, but they're already being progressive by casting an African-American girl to play Ariel.
But what does that have to do with her choices in the movie?
It had nothing, but they're going to make it that way because,
well, I'm just saying, like, what does it have? So, we know about the backlash over that. We'll talk about degingerification in this video. Yeah, so we don't know. I mean, we talked about before the casting choice for Little Mermaid, and I'm trying to get a straight story here because I've heard that China, which is one of Disney's biggest markets right now for these live-action remakes, is not on board with the casting choice. There was a big thing about, there's backlash in China, whatever, and now I'm reading, too, that it was all blown out of proportion, that China doesn't care.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, what I'm just tired of is that they keep taking redhead characters and then turning them into not redhead characters. Yeah. I mean, as a redhead, I'm tired of it because it's like, redheads are rare to begin with. I mean, statistically speaking, there aren't a lot of redheads in the world. I don't care what color your skin tone is. There's not a lot of redheads in the world. And then we keep getting characters taken and then they're no longer red hair and they don't no longer have red hair anymore. And it's kind of like getting frustrating because there was like representation. Yeah, representation for everyone but redheads apparently. I mean, redheads, and it's like every time it's a redhead character, like 9 times out of 10, they're suddenly made black. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, you don't see it happening to blonde characters.
I mean, it probably does, but it seems to be a definite push. And it's like, why? I mean, I have no problem. Here's the thing. Natural redheads come in all different skin tones. Yeah. That's not the issue. Just start making them have red hair. Problem solved.
Well, there we go. So this when it was announced that Zendaya was MJ, but it turns out she's not actually Mary Jane Watson. Mm-hmm. She's Michelle whatever Jones. I forget what it is. She's MJ, but she's a different MJ. I think that's how they got around the. Yeah. Because I think Marvel or Disney had like guidelines, like this is what these characters are. This is who you cast. So like, fine, she's going to be MJ, but a different MJ.
Yeah, what they were allowed to do because of the Sony deal, you mean? Or
yeah, I think there's something going on there. But they're talking about the ginger discrimination. It's an interesting trend that all these gingers are getting.
This is from a while ago. This article. This is an ongoing problem, guys.
Yeah, this is coming. This is like 4 years ago, and so much more has happened since then. But you know, look, I'm just saying, Jimmy Olsen, Annie, it's always the gingers. Always the gingers. Wally West.
It is kind of frustrating as a redhead that you know the characters that you like. Oh, okay, she's redhead like me, and then they're not redheads anymore, and it's just, you know, it is frustrating. I mean, they're saying, well, there's so many redheads to begin with. Okay, not really, but you know, it is frustrating. Why can't we just keep some with red hair? I don't care. Change the skin tone, because to be fair, like I said, skin tone doesn't really matter. You get redheads for any skin tone. They're natural redheads. It happens all the time. Just give them the red hair.
Well, he doesn't have any hair. Jimmy Olsen doesn't have any hair now.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been defollicled. I'm
just like, but how come?
He's completely degendered.
But if we would switch this around, and it would be any other like race group, any other, you know, then it would be, oh my God, how dare they? They're taking all the, you know, Asian characters and making them white. They're taking all the, you know, the black characters and making them white. People would have a cow over it, but they can keep taking the redheads and making them other, and that's fine.
It does seem to be a trend. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here with Little Mermaid. Again, you know, the more power thing, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't understand what that even means.
Is she gonna get in like a one-on-one fist fight with Ursula? She's gonna be, I guarantee you, she's gonna be one that takes Ursula down, because Prince Eric did it in the movie.
Probably. I'm sure that's gonna be what it's gonna be. And is Ursula gonna be a white woman?
They're talking Melissa McCarthy, I think.
Right. So there you go. That's the more power.
That's more power. I don't know how they're gonna make it more in the now.
Because even though that has absolutely no bearing on anything, they'll make it an issue that even doesn't exist, because we have to make issues that aren't there.
Oh my God! But then what's gonna happen is people are gonna complain because you're stabbing the star of Ghostbusters 2016 in the stomach with a bow.
Well, I'm waiting.
How dare you?
Ursula's a larger character, so aren't they
You're
fat shaming
Ursula?
You know, I'm like, come on, it never ends. It's just a story. This is getting ridiculous.
Fat shaming Ursula, or they'll turn her into like some like CG abomination and then just have her like do the voice of it, or she'll look like full on. She'll look like that stupid Star Wars tentacle monster on the baby head, except it'll be Melissa McCarthy's voice.
I thought you were gonna say she looked like Claude.
She'll look like Claude. Yeah, they'll make sure that, you know, you can't find any fault, but the fact that they're already laying the groundwork for like you can't attack this movie because of XYZ reason.
Yeah, it's already starting.
It's already starting. It's already starting. And I don't remember them going this hard in on Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin either.
No, but well, they did it on Aladdin, but they, you know, I'm just tired of it. I don't even go see. I'll be honest. I don't even go watch these anymore because I just don't care.
No, we actually have Aladdin and Lion King on digital, and I have not watched either one.
No, because I just don't. I think about watching it, and I just don't want to. Like, I have no desire to see them. None. Zero.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them, not gonna.
Like, even, I think Pinky Boo, she got halfway through Aladdin and she got bored.
I don't know, but I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
I don't care. I've already seen this movie. I've seen a better version of it.
She watched Aladdin. This was Lion King. She was bored. I don't know. One of the two she did.
I don't know.
I'm just done. I'm out. I don't care about these live actions, so.
All right, so we'll see if the trend continues. We'll see if this will be another $1 billion payday for Disney or not.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure they'll make sure it is.
And we'll wrap this up, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.